Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Host Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Friday, 22nd November 2024, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. The Caribbean makes a case for urgent climate finance at COP29. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. The Caribbean region is one of the most susceptible to the effects of climate change, such as destruction due to stronger hurricanes, loss of coastal settlements and infrastructure due to rising sea levels and damaged economies. Therefore, various regional organizations are taking a stand at COP29 to advocate for the region's needs in the face of climate change. Miriam Montoud of the DBS News World reports.
Trillions of dollars are required for countries to drastically reduce greenhouse gas emissions and protect lives and livelihoods from the worsening impacts of climate change. The Caribbean region is particularly vulnerable to climate change as rising sea levels, stronger storms, and more extreme weather threaten the region's communities and economies. COP29 is crucial for securing financial support to help the Caribbean adapt to climate impacts. Moreover, Caribbean nations can push for compensation for climate-related losses that can't be avoided, emission reduction, and more access to green technology. Delegations from different governments and organizations within the region are attending. The Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, is among them. The bank is participating in dialogue with partners and stakeholders to ensure small developing states, such as many of the CDB's member countries, receive the support they need.
This partnership is of extreme value to the Caribbean and to the CDB because it gives us a way to bring some very critical grant resources not to the level of the bank, but directly to the communities who need them most. It gives an opportunity to advance the climate change adaptation, which we stress is a very a priority for the region. And also, the program also helps address some immediate risk related to governance in terms of the sort of decision-making it fosters.
Another regional organization that has a delegation at COP29 is the OECS. The OECS delegation participated in the 8th Annual NDC Partnership Forum. The global coalition, formed at COP 2022 in 2016, now boasts 236 partners, all united to accelerate climate action and sustainable development. In addition, the delegation took part in the Ivan Plus 20 panel discussion. The Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility, CCRIF, hosted the panel discussion under the theme, Remembering the Past, Reflecting on the Present, and Visioning for the Future, Resilience, Adaptation, and Sustainability in Caribbean SIDS. Born out of the devastation of Hurricane Ivan 20 years ago, CCRIF has played a vital role in enhancing resilience across the Caribbean. Leaders at the panel reflected on its impacts and discussed how to chart a path to sustainable growth and adaptation in the region.
Ivan Plus 20 signals the commitment as a region to come together to collectively restate its commitment to ensuring that we never forget and we push forward collectively as governments, academia, private sector, development partners, regional organizations, civil society organizations, and our next generation of leaders, the youth, to take charge and create the resilient and sustainable future that we want.
Dr. Carla Barnett, CARICOM Secretary General, says that COP29 must deliver a climate finance goal that is credible and consequential for achieving the 1.5 degrees Celsius goal. Dr. Barnett says that SIDS need real finance and do not have the luxury of time.
I have been asked to say a bit about what AI brings to this unprecedented set of crises. AI is rapidly being deployed to tackle the climate crisis on multiple fronts. It's enhancing our ability to predict and and prepare for extreme weather events like hurricanes, wildfires by analyzing massive climate data sets. AI can help monitor and protect ecosystems by tracking things like shoreline change, loss of territory, and deforestation with unprecedented speed and accuracy.
The 29th Conference of Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, COP29, is taking place in Baku, Azerbaijan from the 11th to the 22nd of November 2024. For the DBS News World, Miriam Montu reporting.
Barbados' Prime Minister Moore Motley is among Caribbean leaders in Guyana for the second CARICOM India Summit, which began on Wednesday. Upon his arrival, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi received a warm welcome from the President of Guyana, Dr. Irfan Ali, as well as the Chairman of CARICOM and Prime Minister of Grenada, Deacon Mitchell, and Miss Motley. 14 CARICOM countries are to take part in the historic meeting. Wednesday's summit is expected to strengthen an already strong relationship in areas such as economic cooperation, agriculture and food security, health and pharmaceuticals, and science and innovation. Prime Minister Motley has described Modi's trip to the region as a historic moment.
I think that we're all happy that we can have this opportunity to meet with Prime Minister Modi. It is a historic moment for most of us in CARICOM to be able to meet with and have the CARICOM India at the level of heads of government. The last time we met was on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly, and this just speaks to the strength of the relationship between the two regions.
Bahamas' Prime Minister Philip Davis addresses Haiti and a U.S. report on guns on his way to the CARICOM India Summit. Corville Pyfrom of ZNS News has more.
Regional leaders meeting in Guyana this week. Their focus, the turmoil engulfing Haiti. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis among the leaders at this emergency summit. And ahead of making the trip, he provided an update to reporters on both Haiti and that damning report about guns entering this country illegally. Here's Corville Pyfrom with the story.
Prime Minister Davis heads to Guyana to meet with his regional partners to discuss Haiti as that island nation slips further into bedlam.
Do you regional leaders believe that the Kenyan-led mission in Haiti is failing?
It is not failing. The challenge is being able to resource them properly.
The situation in Haiti appears to be plummeting by the day. Reports today are that state security, aided by armed residents, killed as many as 28 gang members in the latest clashes in its capital, Port-au-Prince. There are also reports that the upscale suburb of Pétionville, which overlooks the capital, is being targeted by gangs as they continue their efforts to topple the Haitian government. This latest violence comes just a week after the Haitian government collapsed amid the ousting of its interim prime minister. A 400-strong UN-backed international policing mission, staffed mostly by officers from Kenya, arrived in late June. They've made little progress in their fight to roll back the influence of the criminal groups. And now Prime Minister Davis worries that we could begin to see an influx of Haitian migrants attempting to enter the Bahamas.
When we are dealing with 200 or 300 persons coming in, we could deal with that or stop that. And as you know, there have been very little landing over the last year because of our shoring up our borders and our partnership with other countries like Cuba, the United States, Turks and Caicos. We've been able to stem the flow. But if and when this issue in Haiti continues to deteriorate the way it is, we cannot deal with millions of persons trying to escape Haiti.
And as Mr. Davis travels south, he's also focused on that new explosive report from the U.S. about the high concentration of illegal firearms entering this country from the United States. The report shows 85% of illegal guns out of the U.S. end up here, giving this country the highest percentage of firearms traced to the U.S. in the region.
I've always, on the world stage, been speaking about the fact that the United States' right to bear arms cannot translate or mean the right to traffic in arms. It is alarming. As you know, most of our violent crimes are perpetrated by guns, which we don't manufacture. All is being illegally brought into the country. And we are attempting to find ways, continue ways to stem that tide.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corville Pyfrom.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick,
in association with our friends at
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
The hurricane season is now upon us, so we as Caribbean people need to remember to think safety and be prepared. Avoid venturing outside during a storm or hurricane, especially if there are strong winds. Rooftops and other debris are often blown about and can cause great damage.
The People's National Party, PNP, of Jamaica has countered Prime Minister Andrew Holness's remarks about the alleged political interference in recent tourism sector protests. The PNP's statement comes in response to strike action by workers at the Trelawney Hotel, highlighting ongoing concerns over wages and working conditions. CVM's Shante McNeil has the latest.
In other news now, the People's National Party, PNP, has countered Prime Minister Andrew Holness's remarks about political interference in recent tourism sector protests. The PNP's statement follows the latest strike action by workers at a Trelawney Hotel, highlighting ongoing concerns over wages and working conditions. With the latest, here's Shante McNeil.
The opposition People's National Party has pushed back against Prime Minister Andrew Holness's assertions that recent protests in the tourism industry are being politically exploited. The latest rebuttal follows Monday's industrial action by workers at the Excellence Oyster Bay Hotel in Trelawney. Employees protested low wages and poor working conditions, joining a growing wave of unrest in the sector. In a media release issued Tuesday, opposition leader Mark Golding declared his party's unwavering commitment to advocating for workers' rights.
It is frankly disrespectful to the serious concerns of tourism workers to suggest that they are being politically manipulated when they take action to have their grievances addressed. Instead of the Prime Minister seeking to pass the buck by blaming the People's National Party for the current unrest in the sector, he should take responsibility for failing to address these issues in the sector over the last 9 years. The PNP will continue to advocate for the protection of workers' rights.
Golding attributed the unrest to systematic poor governance.
For too long, the Minister of Tourism has neglected the critical needs of the local industry. The high cost of living, inadequate transportation for tourism workers, and poor road conditions have placed tremendous pressure on hotel operators and workers, bringing the situation to the current boiling point.
The PNP leader is now urging the government to act decisively to protect the tourism industry.
I therefore call for a comprehensive analysis of the industry as a matter of urgency and a cohesive response from the Ministries of Labour, Tourism and Transport to address the various challenges facing the sector. We must work collaboratively to ensure the tourism industry remains a vital contributor to Jamaica's economy while safeguarding the dignity and well-being of those who drive its success.
Tourism remains one of the country's largest macroeconomic and foreign exchange earners. Shante McNeil, CVM News.
At least 28 suspected gang members killed in clash with Haitian police and fed-up residents. CBS News, Miami's Tiana Francois reports on the latest on the situation in Haiti.
I zoomed with a spokesperson with the Haitian National Police who in Creole told me the people of Haiti are over it. The community, they took part in a revolt, helping police to kill over 24 gang members Tuesday morning. Lionel Lazar is a spokesperson for the Haitian National Police. He told me in Creole the operation early Tuesday morning began with a roadblock near this area in Petronville. A truck filled with Haitian gang members carrying these now confiscated weapons was stopped. There was a firefight with the police, but soon the people in the surrounding neighborhoods got involved. He says the people in the area are victims and they are over it. The residents in the areas of Canapvert, Lalu, and Bourdon grabbed what they could, helping the police, who together slaughtered 28 gang members.
de collaborer très bien avec la police.
Lazar explains, saying they have a sort of marriage agreement with the community to now work together. The people are sick of being victims. In all, 2 drones, half a dozen guns, and hundreds of bullets were seized. No one in the community were killed. The gang leaders, they're now taking to social media platforms like TikTok to issue their threats. The people I spoke with say they are tired of being afraid and will no longer flee in fear. In the newsroom, Tanya Francois, CBS News, Miami.
I am Eddie Frederick, wishing you a restful weekend. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.